Hey guys, Mr. Gims back again, and today I want to sort of touch up on the Tru and Scott continued saga and the complete just disagreement from both sides at this point, and also some other further points towards the end, some hypocrisy at its best, definitely from one side, but I want to talk about other things as well. There's a bit of ego in there. Well, first of all, Tru did a reaction to Scott versus Aaron, I think his name is. I've seen him around. I know who he is. It's sort of just going on, joining the argument of the 1v1 versus Spirit and how Tru thinks that Spirit does have counters and things like that, and then he shows some B-roll of it. And then it's just like, Tru, I definitely have a thought, like, I think you don't want to debate with Scott, which is totally fair, by the way, because, in my opinion, you all know how I feel about Scott now with the witch hunt and everything else. I'm still getting comments saying it wasn't, but that's fine. It's just my opinion. But you don't want to have a debate with him, and that was okay, but now you're sort of like picking up on other things with Scott, so it's just like, what do you want to do, Scott? What do you want to do, Tru? What's going on? I'm very confused at the moment with you. But anyway, then Scott released a video in response to Tru's video of the Spirit 1v1, and here's what he had to say.
Today I want to make a video about Tru watching the competitive game or competitive match I had against Hiran for the whole Spirit challenge thing. And before I go any further than even that, I guess putting in the description was not enough last time, so I'm going to say, please don't be dicks about these things. These are not personal attacks.
It's great you put it in the description, don't be a douche. I almost thought there for a second you were actually going to apologize to Tru, which would have, like, totally made this so much better, but, I mean, even after an apology, I don't know, what do you want to do, I guess, but anyway, let's continue.
I'm just going to objectively look at things here, and I will even agree that I may have come off as, like, personally insulting, so I'm just going to say, let's not do that. Let's just look at this very, very objectively and keep it as black and white as possible. Please don't start shit, please.
Please don't be dicks, and please don't, personally attack. I think that's pretty rich considering you sent out this tweet only days ago, literally starting a witch hunt on Tru3ta1ent. So, I mean, this comes across as you're a douchebag from my point of view. It's just hypocritical as well. Yeah, I don't understand what he's trying to get at there.
Okay, so he looked at this video, or at least not this video, he looked from Hiran's perspective on his stream, and he used that as evidence that Spirit does in fact have counterplay. The first point I feel like I need to address is that Tru showed no interest in doing this thing, which is fine. I'm not entitled to him doing anything. That's okay. But the reason that he did not want to do it is because he thought the 1v1 aspect here proves nothing.
That's not the reason why he didn't want to do a debate, Scott. The reason why he didn't want to do a debate with you any further is because you're a complete asshole and you just showcased this massive witch hunt, and you were implying that he was making fun of disabled people and then got your girlfriend or wife or whatever to lead the charge. That's exactly the events, how it transpired. So I don't understand why you're taking the high horse on that. Definitely not getting an apology out of this guy, like I said. I knew that from a while ago anyway.
It seems kind of hypocritical to upload a video with a 1v1 saying suddenly it matters because now you think it fits your side. So I think that's a little hypocritical that you've just immediately changed your mindset when it suits you, but let's go on further than that. So
he says he's not trying to be personal as well at the start of the video, and you can tell there's definitely that sort of cheeky personality there, that sort of snide remarks, hypocritical, using words like this. Again, counter hypocritical on Scott's behalf, but whatever, let's continue.
But again, what Tru did is he started the video at 1:49 seconds, which I thought was very strange. Why would you start the video at 1:49? And it's obvious it's because he watched the video before he actually showed it to everybody, and he picked the best chases that Hiran had.
To defend Scott here, I definitely have to say 100% that's, Tru's picked his fights, he's picked his moments, he's been quiet when he needs to. He's picked at other things when he needs to. Tru is following a narrative, and Scott, you're following a narrative, and you two keep clashing, and there's going to be no agreement until there's a debate. However, I don't think there's going to be a debate, so pretty odd stuff here.
But it seems kind of unfair if we're talking about, cherry picking being a bad thing, to literally only pick the ones where he did good and not the ones where he guessed wrong every time and immediately went down. So I think that is a little just unfair. But
yeah, I have no sympathy for someone being unfair in an argument or whatever, especially since, again, I go back to the tweet where it started that, massive witch hunt that plagued Tru3ta1ent for still plaguing him, by the way, on his stream. So, Here
is the kicker, and Tru, you would have known this if you actually watched my video, which had the other perspective and the perspective of the player that I went against. The guy that you're using for evidence in a 1v1, of which you don't think 1v1s actually mean anything to determine evidence, the guy in the video doesn't even agree with you. The guy in the video says, and I'll quote, "From a competitive standpoint, I felt that was good counterplay against Spirit where gens would have been completed. However, there is no way that works outside of the competitive."
Right, Scott, some guy agrees with you. Honestly, mate, Tru believes the Spirit can be counted and you don't. That's the argument, yeah? That's the initial argument from ages ago, by the way, that we're back on this now after the hate train. But at the end of the day, Scott, who gives a shit? Honestly, who gives a shit what Tru thinks, what Tru is telling his audience? At the end of the day, is it extremely toxic that Tru believes something and you believe the opposite? That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get from this. It doesn't make sense. And this is only going to get worse from this point forward. These two are just, at least on Scott's side, he wants to talk, even though I think, of whatever of him right now. But Tru, it just gets worse for Tru because then we get these tweets, yeah? I'm not talking to him. He is obsessing over me now, desperate to have a debate. That's the difference. I have not seen such disgusting mog-like communities in my whole time in Twitch than Scott's at the moment. Dislike bombed, insult, slander, you name it. And yeah, we'll get more to that later on. And that's great. You don't want to talk to him. That's great. I completely understand why you don't want to talk to him. I wouldn't want to talk to him at this point. But then you keep posting these videos and rebuttals and things like that to Scott's videos, and you're selecting a narrative as well in that argument, but you keep doing it. So it's sort of like, okay, you don't want to talk to him about it, but you're keeping it going on. It's almost like you're okay with having this drama, and Scott's going to keep responding. So it's just going to go round and round and round we go, and it just doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? And then this guy, this Brainsphere guy on Twitter, he says, why can't you just be civil and have a discussion? Also, you refusing to have an actual discussion with him. It's exactly correct, man. I don't know what you're trying to go for here. It doesn't make sense. But this draws me to my next part, and I've got to try to be not as personal as I can be. And I've done some digging, and it gets disgusting, mate. But all of this triggered this kind human being. Jenny Denise or whatever, which is Scott's wife, Scott's girlfriend. I've got nothing. I've had no experience with her myself, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna have a go. I've had a look into things, and yeah, she just went on an absolute rampage on Tru. And I would say, if I was being honest, Scott did the initial tweet of, oh, you're making fun of, you're talking to somebody like that, brain damage, hinting at the disability thing. But holy crap, Jennifer took that and then just went for it and had a go at him. Extremely slanderous. Some of the comments, if you go through yourself, is absolutely disgusting. I did a little bit more digging. A couple of people showing me some different things, tweeting out to me and sharing me in DMs, which is what these two should have done. And I found out that this is all just part of the one group. It's a team on Twitch called the Entitled Elite. I mean, never has there been a more aptly named. And I never looked into this before because I've had personal problems and beefs with Morph in the past too. Everyone knows how I feel about Morph. But, he's in the group. Scott Jund's in the group. And Jenny Denise is in the group. And, you only have to listen to her or look at her Twitter profile to sort of get a sort of understanding of the kind of person she is. But, it goes further than this. And, whether or not I agree or disagree on Scott and Tru keeping this narrative up and keeping this argument up and getting personal with each other, it's kind of disgusting because from all this witch hunting, I then had this clip shared to me, and I'll just play it for you now. It's on Morph's stream.
Existed in the human race. Some bitch, careful, kept making burner accounts to call me racist over and over again, and said I was going to be held accountable. I still don't know what I did. Maybe it's because I make fun of two UK broadcasters, you and UK Trump. UK Trump representing. I mean, they both have the first 3 letters of his name, right?
So yeah, basically Morph is making fun of Tru. And by the way, this is the Entitled Elite group. They're all on each other's streams and things like that. Backed up by the devs as well. Mandy talks as a mod. And we all know all this. And yeah, he's basically calling Tru3ta1ent, or the inside joke for them is that Tru3ta1ent is the UK Donald Trump. And how fucking petty is that, man? Like, just... Oh, they have the same 3 letters, Tru, Trump, and all that. And are you trying to say that, like, Trump was a dictator or, you know, a dirty Republican or whatever? I don't know where we're going with that now, but, you know, maybe there is a little bit of racial there, a little bit of... It's definitely personal, and it's kind of disgusting that they're talking about, you know, Tru's community being toxic and Tru3ta1ent being toxic. More so Tru3ta1ent, because that's the narrative. But they and by the way, this is just one clip I've shared, but they shit talk Tru all the time in front of viewers, and again, hypocritical. And this is all Scott Jund's friends, so, you know, obviously that's the inside joke, whatever, I get it, but I'm just saying, hypocritical, yeah? And then we move to this little juicy nugget that I found, you know, digging a little bit further. I knew about the Light in the Fog tournament that's going to be held, that's, you know, it's supposed to be in support of Puppers, who is, you know, a very nice guy, and he suffers from, I think it's ALS, yeah. And again, very nice guy, and it's great for behavior to host these sorts of things, to be honest. All aces from here. And I had a look at Pupper's profile further because I got this shared to me, and Tru3ta1ent is one of the creators that's on this list, you know, and I didn't know anything, I didn't know he was a part of the tournament or whatever. I wasn't, you know, I was probably going to check in and have a look and whatever, but this is what Morph had to say. You know, this is, again, events after this now, so leading up to Pupper's tournament.
Going to be a special event for Puppers? There is. You hear the news about it? Somebody got kicked out. Yeah, not anymore, Jamius.
Hope you're good today, Morph and chat.
So I guess a narrative that the devs have followed is to either split up the group and make sure there's just no stress into the tournament, because it's supposed to be for Puppers, it's supposed to be for raising awareness. That I could understand. I really hope it isn't the fact that the devs or the people that speak to the Entitled Elite believe that Tru3ta1ent actually was making fun of disability or disabled people and being an ableist, which is what they're all saying. Jenny's said it multiple times. It's kind of disgusting. But yeah, which is kind of disgusting because that's a missed opportunity for Tru, and that's a missed opportunity for his fans, I guess, to be a part of this. But really hope this isn't the narrative. And this beautiful person, Jenny, look into it yourself if you really want to. She's extremely toxic. This is probably one of the most toxic people I've seen, apart from Morph, who I think is like, you know how I feel. If you have a look at this, she's asking, do you remember the required hours needed to stream DBD monthly as a fog whisperer? Or weekly? I can't remember, because she used to be a fog whisperer, apparently. I didn't know that, which totally makes sense, because the fog whisperer program is, in my opinion, a very hypocritical and political group of content creators. Apart from some, there are a couple that I could definitely say have earned the trust of the devs and also shed the company and the game in a positive light. To name a few, for me personally, would be like Otz, Polyester, and King. King, say what you want about King. He's a positive person. But yeah, these group of people are absolutely taking the piss out of the company and the game and the people in it. And, you know, I have no doubts that she's going to become a fog whisperer again. That's what she's gunning for, and it seems the narrative is pointing towards that they believe Tru is being an ableist and being a... He's been everything, apparently. He's racist. It's all of a sudden, by the way. It's like it all came out last week for some particular reason. Very odd stuff. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's extremely toxic and backhanded and political. I think that if the devs have any sense at all, they'll remove the appropriate people from the tournament. But then again, it might be Papa's friend, so I don't want to It's not my place. But the point is of what I'm trying to say is I think that we're just going backwards and forwards, and I don't think anything good is going to come of this, and people are just getting real toxic now. And honestly, I think Tru and the toxic elite, the entitled elite, should just part ways. But if Jenny was made a fog whisperer, definitely speaks volumes to me. I mean, I already know how the devs are with this sort of thing, so just more proof, I guess. But anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this particular subject. I think this is just a very toxic build environment now, and I think everyone should part ways. What do you guys think? Do you think Scott's in the right, Tru's in the right? Do you think they should just part ways? Do you think that's best for business? Let us know in the comments down below. This is the last video I'm going to do on this drama, unless something absolutely ridiculous happens, which I think it already has with the Scott directing traffic. But it's just kind of pathetic. I don't know. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'll see you for the stream tonight.